Good Wednesday morning. Hump day. The best day of your life. Coach Sasser taught me that. Mark the Shark on the ones and twos. Throwing a little change up this morning. I like that, Shark. Good job. Chef Adam, good morning to you. Johnny Sims, good morning. Good morning, Fuquay. Kristen Kennedy, good morning. I tell you, Kristen sent me a thing on Messenger, Facebook Messenger. She was, I can't remember where she was. She was in a thrift store or an antique store of some sort, and found a Christmas album that she purchased, and it had, all the heavy hitters on there. I think Frank Sinatra was on there or whatever, and the Nashville Brass.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you.
You are lying.
I'll tell you, man, it made my day. I saw it come through, and I looked at it, and it was, that was funny.
Wait a minute.
The Nashville Brass.
That's legit.
Yeah. I'll send
Bob wasn't bull. He wasn't BSing when he told us that.
I'll tell you, man, we ought to give him the play up here. They're still alive. The Nashville Brass.
Listen, we need to call him and see if he couldn't round them all back up and get them together.
Yeah. I thought that was classic, and I appreciated Kristen sending that. Thank you, Kristen.
Man, the restore.
Yeah. Okay, there it is. Yeah. Sandy Townsend, good morning to you. Sherry Weaver, good morning. Betsy Miller's in. Just talked to Sharp before we went on air. Brad's back home.
Yes.
He had a little health scare, and they took him a couple of 3 days to get him straightened out, but glad to hear he's back home and in his own chair and his own bed. A little easier to recuperate when you're under your own roof.
There is no relaxing if you're in a hospital.
Yeah. Pray for continued recovery for Brad, and glad we got him back home.
Yes, sir.
Brent Edwards, good morning to you.
Good morning, Brent.
Chief Stanton, good morning, Chief.
Morning, Chief.
Kim Williams, one of the girls of 87. Good morning, Kim.
What's up, Winter?
And good morning, Kenwood.
Morning, DJ. And, of course, by the time I know why you stopped, because your pal jumped in, but...
All right, take us on out of here, Shark. Hope everybody has a good day. Be safe. Shop local. Drink plenty of water.
So, speaking of local people doing big things, I see where is it Team Big Wood? Isn't that Joey and Chris's team? Ain't that the name that they call it?
The fishing fleet?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Big Wood?
Yeah, I think that's it, yeah.
They cashed this past week on big tuna, didn't they?
Yeah.
And then, of course, the Briar Patch with Dennis and Mary Catherine and, of course, Brantley and Collins and that bunch.
They called them Marlin, right?
They called the second place Marlin.
Yeah.
And I think Smitty and them might have got a check with $20,000, didn't they?
They had a comment in it.
Hey,
definitely had a comment.
When you can do it like that, it makes it worth a little bit easier to go out there and work like a dog, don't it? I mean, because I'm going to tell you something, man. That's work.
Yeah.
You ever been out there like on a 2 or 3 day trip?
No.
Say that ain't going to happen.
Only if I'm a hostage.
So listen, if somebody will run by the Red Room Saturday night about 10:45, he'll be bound up good enough that we can get him on a boat.
If he comes in, if I'm on there with Captain Phillips and the pirate comes on, I'm the captain now. I'm the captain.
I'm running this thing.
Yeah. Nah, you ain't gotta.
So that's not gonna happen.
No.
I
I told you that the closest I came to being in a scenario that would have me off like that. I have a friend that has a boat, and I'd never been on his boat. It's a nice one, and we were getting ready to have a weekend with some customers down on the coast fishing, and he said, "Do you want to stay at the house or stay on the boat?" And I said, "Well, I don't sleep on boats. I want to stay in the house." I said, "There's not room for me in the house. I can drive down that morning. It's not a problem to me." He says, "Oh, no, there's time. Well, we can, you stay in the house." So we get down there and we go to Beauchamp's, and the boat's docked over at Beauchamp's. We walk down and he's just going to look at the boat, and it still hasn't hit me what it's going to be. Well, we get down there.
Do I know? Am I correct in the boat that I'm thinking about?
Yeah.
It was in this past weekend. Yeah.
Well, we go down there and
I can't believe you walked into this.
Well,
I mean, you are much more aware of things going on than to do this.
I'm thinking, a supersized aluminum boat with a 45 on the back, maybe a bucket seat on the front.
Oh, Stouter Bill.
Yeah. Well, after I saw the King Suite and the Queen Suite downstairs,
you got a little concern.
Well, each room had its own air conditioning. Each room had its own TV. Each room had its own bathroom and shower. I walk out the parking lot, and he says, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm going to get my clothes. I'm staying on the boat." Well, anyway, I go down there and sleep like a baby on that sucker the night. I heard the crew come in early, and I heard them testing the pumps or do what they do to prime the boat, and didn't think twice about it. I'm still laying there. This is probably 4:30 when they're doing all this. And I'm just laying there, just taking it easy. Well, I'll wake up, and I get a text, and my buddy says, "Do you know where you are?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm on the boat." And then he said, "Are you sure?" And I said, I didn't know if they'd stayed out too late, or I didn't know what I said. "I'm on the boat." Well, anyway, I put my phone down. I shower. I walk out. I walk up the steps, and all I see is the Gulf of Mexico. and immediately I'm thinking, has my buddy misbooked this boat, and am I on a 4-day tuna trip, headed to God knows where?
100 miles south of Venice.
They had gone out, or it was they, I was on it. We had gone out to the jetties to catch bait.
Oh.
But all I saw was the Gulf. But I never felt the boat move. I never really heard it crank up. And it's just like we just kind of glided out there and then glided back. But I've been out for about 2.5 counts, complete panic had set in, because it had been well within my buddy's guidelines or framework to have misbooked it. Yeah. And I said, "Oh my God, I can't be gone for 4 days."
Listen.
Yeah.
Do you realize that if you had slept for another hour or two and they hadn't known you were down there,
Yeah.
what if you had walked up there and took a 360 and there was nothing but the Gulf of Mexico?
Oh, yeah.
Would you have went into straight panic mode?
Yeah.
I mean, like fear mode, for real.
Yeah, I would have. Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
you would have, like, even with the crew
Yeah.
on there.
Oh, yeah.
You'd have been like, "Hey, turn this sucker."
I said, "Look, I've got a flare gun. I'm not scared to use it. Somebody start going back towards the Jetty East or whatever those Emerald Towers are." I said, "If you can get me to
The
where
concrete
I
monster.
said, "You just get me to where I can see it, and I'll take it from
Where
there."
I think I got a sporting chance
Yeah.
of swimming to that doggone
I said,
beach.
"I've got this flare gun. I'm not scared to use it. I don't want to use it."
Yeah.
That was that was something. Good morning, Miss McKenzie. She's my 4th grade teacher.
Morning, D-Tom. Mitch Red Ash. Been a while, Mitch. Good morning.
Morning, Mitch.
Got the ish going on today. Yes, we do.
Yep.
Morning, Earl Crook. Chef Adam. Good morning, sir. Putting a big tent up today for catering this weekend. Hope you don't fall out. Hey, man. Plenty of fluids, as DJ says.
Yeah,
I'll tell you something else. You believe it. that darn Gatorade Zero.
Yeah.
I don't typically like Gatorade because it's too syrupy. You know what I'm saying? When they make it so thick, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they got this Gatorade Zero has no sugar in it.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, it'll keep you going out in that heat, you know, because it's full of whatever it's full of, but it does well. So good morning, Hank.
Morning, Hank.
I'll tell you what, I was thinking about Hank. I saw Hank post that picture the other day where he was out there doing that work and he got on that snake. Did you see that picture he posted?
No, did it bite him?
No, it was dead. No, he said this is the only thing that this snake was good for, but it liked to give him a heart attack or something.
Good.
So,
Good.
Good morning, Miss Ann. Good morning, boss man.
Morning, boss man.
I see Zeke Smith in there. Good morning, Zeke, all the way from Africa.
Wow.
He's serving our country over there.
Thank you for your service,
proudly.
Zeke.
And thank you for your service, Zeke. And we appreciate you and appreciate you checking in with us this morning. And I'm going to tell you something. Lord have mercy. What is
Shark, I enjoyed the backdrop. You know, that's one of the new listings that Elon's put out. And I'm actually looking into some of that.
So, I'm glad you brought him up. Powerade Zero. Hey, I've heard that too, Earl. I hadn't tried any of it, but I've heard. I honestly, I used to kind of like Powerade. The blue Powerade is good as anything. So I'll have to try that. I want to go out with Apex Shark Fishing Charter.
Let us know how it goes. You have yourself a big time, Sherry.
He said, you have yourself a big time with that one. He's going to sit that one out.
Make sure you take plenty of snacks.
You know, man, like, all I can think about when you started telling that story about coming up those stairs was the movie Under Siege. Now, picture this. What if you were Steven Seagal in that situation? You've been down in the bottom of the boat. You've been, preparing and whatever. You've been asleep. You wake up. You go upstairs, and people have taken over the boat. What does DJ / Steven Seagal do at that point?
At that point, I put the flare gun down. I get 2 pieces of cutlery, and I go up and say, guys, you don't want to go down this road. Turn this thing around. And if not, we go to snapping necks and cashing checks like Seagal does.
So what you're telling me is that you're saying...
Look at that.
Well,
Apex Shark Fishing Charter's in with us. How about that? Good morning, Apex.
Good morning, Apex.
Hope the bite's a good one today.
Yeah, listen. DJ wants to know when y'all got an opening down there.
Well, let me know what marina you'll be coming into, and I'll go down and welcome you back.
D-Top says, I saw a quote that said, taste the water. If it tastes salty, it has sharks. If it isn't salty, it has gators. Great analogy. Yeah, I'd say that is a great analogy, for sure. Good morning, Terry Thomas McCormick, cousin.
Good morning, cousin.
How are you this morning, Terry? Let's see. Sherry Weaver, bring it on. There you go. Gotta love that.
Oh yeah,
I'll tell you right now. That's
do we know who Apex Shark?
I
Fishing?
don't.
Glad you're in with us. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you for coming in. Good morning, Erica Crandell, Miss Wanda Green. Good
Let me
morning,
tell you,
Miss Wanda.
I hate to keep talking about it. We've got major problems at DG. I mean, just major problems.
Well, okay, that was actually, I had some notes here. The second topic I had down was the great chicken pot pie.
It is. Okay.
It's not a heist. It would be, what would you call it? The great chicken pot pie hunt?
Well, yesterday I looked at it a little close. All right, first of all, the 4 cases are still down. Yesterday, the 4 doors were all open, and there's water everywhere. I mean, it's going under the chip aisle into the popcorn aisle.
Okay, so correct me if I'm
It's
wrong.
like a tributary.
But this has been going on now for some time.
Yeah, it's been a mess. It's been a mess.
What are you getting from the frontline folks in the store?
I haven't bothered them with it. You know, they obviously are aware that it's going on. Somebody opened the doors, and somebody put out a yellow sign that said "Caution, wet floor." It's more than wet. It's underwater. But one of the things I noticed yesterday was the adjoining cases that still work, and I told you they were packed with snow 2 days ago. The snow's gone. And the cases that are working, not all of them are to capacity. Some of them are have very few food items in them. And that's what I can't figure out is why can't the pot pies go in the ones that are working? But the CPPs are gone. I came out there yesterday, exact same thing. I had a thing of squeezed cheese, a thing of Ritz crackers, and a Twix.
I mean, especially when you are so used to doing it that way.
Yeah, I think we got problems, and I can't see, and I'm sure there is. You know, a lot of times on the surface, things are a lot different behind the scenes than they appear to be on the surface most times. And I know they're aware of their problem, obviously. I would have to assume they're working to correct the problem, but it doesn't feel like they are.
I'm going to tell you this. Has it been 2 months? Is that fair?
Let's call it 6 weeks.
Okay. 6 weeks, and those 4 freezers have not been working, correct?
No.
Okay. I do know it's tough to find people to, get things repaired and things such as I do. I mean, that's a fact of the society we live in right now. But with that being said, I don't think I would get anything out of the one that even had snow on them.
Well,
because what's concerning is what you just said, is that you came back in there, the ones that had snow, where now the snow's gone and there's water, as you said.
It's
a tributary.
It's running. It's
over.
It's a problem.
So Earl says DG and East Bruton has the CPPs. He ate them yesterday.
I'll tell you what, they're delicious. They are delicious.
Speaking of that, has Jack's open yet? Do we know?
I rode by there yesterday. They didn't look open.
I rode by there, but I didn't.
No,
I didn't look. No. It was too late when I came back through. So
no, but they're making serious headway with it.
Yeah. Oh, I knew they were coming on. Yeah, it looked like it.
Yeah, the parking lot still has a little. They hadn't asphalted it yet, but they were grading it or whatnot. But
good morning, Tracy Miller. D. Tom, it's a conspiracy. JP the coach. Good morning, JP.
Good morning, Coach.
Morning, Fuquay. She said they built a new DG in 6 weeks. That may be what's going to happen.
I don't know. I've often over the last 6 weeks thought about what were the odds. If four of those had to go out, why did it have to be the one with the CPPs?
Well, listen,
Alba's got some ice cream sandwiches yesterday.
D. Tom's got a deal for you right here. He will sponsor you with $20 for gas for you to go to the Pollard Galleria to get you some CPPs. Okay. Now look, that's a fair deal, man.
That's mighty kind of him.
Yeah, that's a fair deal. Earl says Jack's not open yet. Supposed to be August 8th. Chef Adams says August 1st. So somewhere around the first week-ish of August.
Yeah.
So get them in Pollard. So there's Chef Adams saying that as well.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. I know you partake of Amazon from time to time, right?
Sometimes. I wouldn't say that I'm a big customer,
sure.
but have I been a customer of theirs in the past? Yes.
Have you? Now, I don't know if it's available in this area, but have you checked to see if they had those on there?
No.
Because, they bought, what was it, Fresh Market or Whole Food, whatever it was, just to have groceries.
Yeah.
And in a lot of markets, they have where you can order from Amazon.
I would have a hard time believing they can get me 2 for $3.
I'd have a hard time believing they could get you. I think you might be shocked at what they could get you 2 for. I think it'd be less money. Hold up.
Less than $3?
Let's check. Let's just see if it's even available. Let's see. Oh, is today one of them prime days? It sure is. Okay, so banquet. Is it 1T? Yeah.
Yep.
Pot. Wait,
Chicken
banquet.
pot pie.
Chicken.
I don't do the beef. I'm going to do the turkey.
Yeah, chicken pot pies. Now, this is history right here in the making, folks. Look at there. Hold up. Okay, banquet. That's Marie Callender's.
No, not going to have that.
I know. I'm looking for banquet. Let's see. Banquet.
Give me a price check.
Banquet. Well, let me just put it to you like this. The first one I pulled up was 16 total.
Says too many.
Pies. Yeah, they're froze.
No. It's too many.
And they were $97.49.
No.
But that's Marie. That's not banquet.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm hunting.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. They won't get me 2 for $3. There's no way.
Man, and I'm not saying they can, but I'm saying what you may have to do is buy a bigger.
I won't do that. I will not tie my estate up like that.
Oh, I got you.
If they can get me 2 for $3, we can talk. And there's no way they could do that.
No.
Yeah, there's no way they can do that.
No. Now you're gonna have to go to you may have to go to Pollard.
My pal says Walmart has them in stock for $1 a piece.
Really?
Yeah.
Banquet?
Yeah.
CPPs?
Yeah.
Have you not checked? Didn't you say? I thought you checked Walmart one time.
Pick and Save.
Oh, that's right. Pick and Save.
Pick and Save has them from time to time. They don't have them regularly. And Pick and Save has them for cheaper than DG. I liked giving DG $1.50. I thought it was a fair price. And they were, they're my people.
That's just your routine.
Yeah, that's my story.
But look, man, 6 weeks in, and we're having major freezer problems.
Yeah.
I think it's time to branch out.
Well, I was able to pick up some WD-40 and a 40-piece screwdriver kit. So it's not
Listen,
all
while
bad.
you're on your way out here, would you mind picking up a few things, some scented candles?
I love it. It's a one-stop shop. I love it.
It's like that time old Roy Mercer called into that grocery store and told him that he bought a bunch of bad apples in there, and about the 7th inning stretch of the Braves game, and bad apples had hit him, and he had a tore up stomach, and he wanted to know what that grocery store was going to do about it, because otherwise he was going to come down there and get mad and whip somebody's butt. And the old guy said, I can't see how them apples did anything to you. He said, well, I can tell you this. He said, about the 7th inning stretch, he said, when them old apples turned me inside out, he said, I'm tell you, if you're going to come out here, would you mind bringing a couple scented candles? Anyway, let's see. Just Dollar General's a ripoff. They're actually a lot higher than Wally World. Pay for convenience. Now, look, there is a hot take on a hot topic right now. That is a big debate raging on Reddit. Is what is DG's real business plan / motive? Because everything I read says exactly what Sherry just said, that they're actually higher than Walmart or a lot of these.
Well, I don't think there's any. I'm not questioning that.
You don't mind paying for convenience.
It just works for me.
Yeah. You don't mind paying for the convenience.
What am I going to burn in gas to get to Walmart?
I don't know. What is it? Probably about.
It's every bit of half a mile.
Okay, so in that truck, what's that going to be? 250.
That's 1 mile round trip.
So 1 mile to the gallon. So what is that? What's the gallon of gas?
I don't know. A gallon of gas is $3.15.
Yeah.
Well,
so it costs you $3.15.
But build in the cost. you tell me.
Listen, my brain don't work that way.
Hey,
I don't know how you get yours, but it just doesn't. Look at there, classmates in.
Good morning, classmate.
Ashley, good to see you this morning, Ashley. Listen, You need her help in here, especially
Yeah.
if the other pal happens to jump in.
Yeah.
She's always been the one that kind of regulated for you, didn't she?
Yes, yeah. She took care of things.
Yeah. So, Chef Adam says whole milk and cereal, only thing I've seen cheaper at the DG. Do you drink whole milk?
No.
You a skim milk guy? 2%.
I like almond milk.
You know, I got hooked on that stuff when Kinsley was a baby.
I don't drink a ton of it.
I don't either.
When I get milk, I try to get almond milk.
I don't either.
But going back to what you said, I would choose skim over whole.
Yeah. What is it about that almond milk? It's almost got like apparently it's not bad for you.
Yeah.
But it's almost got like a milkshake flavor to it or something.
I like it.
Anyway, let's see here. Truck gets 16 miles per gallon, so you can go to Wally World 8 trips on a gallon of gas.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't looking
Thank
for...
you, Earl. See, that's a technician that just dropped some knowledge on
Well,
me.
I wasn't looking for a math test to break out this morning. I mean, you know, I'm just here to talk about community, celebrate life, celebrate people. And here we are, you know, trying to get equations and common denominators.
Listen, you just don't like it because your routine has just been completely fouled up for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And look, you said it best, I think it was a week ago.
And hadn't eaten good in a while either.
Yeah, you said that. And you also said that when you get out of that routine, it affects your sleeping.
Yep.
It affects every facet of what you have going on. And well, where'd you go the other day? You said you just were out of kilter the whole day because of your routine being off.
Messed up for sure.
So, let's see here. Good morning, Miss Gail. Can't stand their milk. Timmy says has a funky taste to it. Let's see.
Maybe Knox's will open back up. Could get me a bucket of Charles chips and Coke in the bottle.
Not.
Be done with it.
Oh man. I saw a picture on that
I have a minor in general math, not advanced math, pal.
so
business math, not this advanced stuff that y'all are
listen. Earl is dropping. I mean, he's spitting knowledge right now.
Earl's fist get kicked out. Keep on, Earl.
Listen, so if you burn 1/8 of a gallon per trip, then you spend about 30 cents a trip.
Okay, I got a headache.
Now listen.
I've got a headache.
Now, I got to ask a question. A legit question now. I mean, inquiring minds want to know. Okay? I personally believe that your estate could withstand a 30-cent hit to it just to drive a half a mile further up the road. Now, if I'm wrong, tell me.
It could, but that's just the monetary component of this. You increase the risk of getting hit.
So you're saying this just is not about the fiduciary issue here.
Yeah.
It's much more than a fiduciary thing.
I live my life keeping my head on the swivel.
Sure.
Okay. Does it make more sense to have it on a swivel for this big of a window or for this big of a window? I like to relax.
Hey,
I like to wind down.
Totally get that.
Yeah.
I totally get that.
That Walmart parking lot can be dicey.
I totally get that POV.
Yeah.
I mean, you're good there.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't want to embarrass her, but I see Betsy in, and again, we want to offer our prayers and thanks that Brad is home and, like you said, in his bed and doing his deal. So glad to see that once again. But so Chef Adam says by my math, you would still save 20 cents over Dollar General.
I'm just shocked that a math test has broke out in here this morning.
Okay, but I'm not because of this reason. Let me tell you what. Hold up.
I mean, does anybody just like to have a good time anymore?
But see, this is where you're missing this.
Okay.
These people, these family members are trying to help you put more in the estate where you can purchase some of this behind you.
Well,
that ought to be heartfelt, and you ought to be heartwarming that you have people willing to do quantized equations.
I think the intent.
I don't even know if that's a word.
I think the intent is pure, and I do appreciate that.
The heartfelt.
But I mean, just trust me, I've got this thing figured out, guys. I mean, there's when tax time comes around, I'll have the last laugh. Trust me. I'm 54 years old.
Wait a minute. I know you didn't just say, I'm waiting on my tax refund.
I've figured this thing out. I know when to get a little splurgy and when to tighten it up a little bit.
Well, it's July, Christmas coming, right? You got to start putting back for Christmas on that estate. Let's see. Okay, so Earl says he's looking out for your estate, DJ.
Well, I appreciate that.
Chef Adams says math is fun. Must be a heavy duty swivel.
I did my best work. I did my best work in math when I was sitting beside Sarah Miller. So unless she pulls up beside me and starts working there on her part, I always did real well when I sat beside Sarah.
So are you saying that your peripheral vision worked really well, or was it?
There was no peripheral. It was
rubbernecking.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't going to summer school. I can just tell you that. Not again. But, oh no.
So that one trip taught you all you needed to know.
Well, the second one did. The first one, I thought would be kind of cool. That second one wound me up.
Oh, Johnny Sims says I see black SUVs in your future. Chef Adams said, I'll do math over breaking down a sentence. Yeah. How about that? I mean, what if you thought in math, like in integers and zeros and ones and things like that? I mean, in your world, that overcomplicates things. Is that what you're saying?
I'm just, you never know when that red light comes on and it says live, you never know what's going to take place in this little forum. But I'm just shocked that it's so academia this morning.
Well, man, we got a bunch of smart folks in here.
I just want to move away from it. I want to.
Well, listen.
Let's all start using bad grammar, and let's just,
I know that you're a little bit worked up that you hadn't had a pot. How long has it been? Has it been 6 weeks?
6 weeks.
Okay.
Well, no, I had the Marie Colander.
But you said it was
last Thursday.
Not good.
No, last Friday.
Was not good.
No.
Okay.
Not to me.
So you're actually having some sort of withdrawals at this point.
It's been that may be I guess so.
All right. So withdrawals are going to make you a little bit more touchy. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more irritable.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is
definitely irritable.
What I'm thinking is that these math equations are just helping to make you that much more irritable.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like them. I mean, I just. Thank you, Shark.
If you've used that line.
I tell you what, we're gonna take requests for the next half hour. Call in if you want to send a song dedication to that special someone, you just call it in, and we're gonna wind this thing down here now. I'd like to send one out to my good friend Jesse Reeby. Cue up Jesse's girl. Let it go, Shark.
Jesse has a friend.
Put that on the one, Shark. Good morning, Ace.
Oh man, this is
Thank you, Melanie.
I'm with DJ. I have to do math all day for work. We can have a few minutes of reprieve and some laughter. Okay, hey, you know what? That's right. I agree. Secondly, I hate math. I mean, math wasn't one of my favorite subjects. Was it yours?
Oh no.
Yeah.
The only thing I hated worse than math was science and English.
every core part of the curriculum. Well, they're just those three. You're there for PE, athletics, home ec.
I love Miss Cotton's class.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I love typing. I love Miss Davidson's class.
Amy Williams said, "Good morning, Amy." Amy says, "I can honestly say I've never used Y equals MX plus B as an adult."
That's the main reason I don't go to the YMCA. Feels too much like a math equation. It's academia written all over it, man.
The wife said, "It's too academic." A man with how many minors? And you can't walk up in a place of higher learning.
Not going to. It's my choice now. Law said I had to go for a period of time. Now it's my choice.
So you can make them choices.
Now it's my choice.
Oh my Lord, man! I mean, Ms. Wanda said, DJ can't handle complication. He likes simplicity. Give him a plain donut, please. Listen, I hope a certain person isn't watching right now to hear that comment.
If you accidentally spill some powder on it, that'll be fine too. I love powdered donuts.
Hold on. You got to have this for just a second. Oh, Lord. Oh, goodness.
You going to get me a blanket? Shark, what's good? Did you cue your mic?
Yeah.
You get hot.
I'm back here trying to catch my breath right at the moment.
I tell you, I always look forward to how you're going to have us set up in the morning. I'm really digging this.
Yeah, I've thought about you working on trying to get you a little plot of land,
Yeah.
if they want to call it that. I don't know if a plot of space.
Yeah. Some good acreage out there.
Plenty from what I hear.
So you going to have your, we're going to get Brad up and about today, or has he still got a little R&R in front of him?
That's what he's been told, to take it easy. So he won't be on the farm for a week or so. And
yeah.
And
well, he needs to do what they tell him.
That's exactly right. And we've been through my little troubles and everything else, so I've got a pretty good idea of what he's been able or having to go through.
There's a couple of guys out there though at the experimental farm that can hold. Wow.
Oh yeah.
How about that?
He's got a good crew out there he works with.
I do love these. Thank you.
We're about to find out.
I love these.
Because I promise you.
Thank you.
We're about to see DJ with white powdered sugar.
I love these.
Running down both sides of his mouth.
Is there a quota?
Oh, no.
Okay, so I could
eat them.
Okay.
Listen, when you are they stale?
No.
I was gonna say, I don't know if I've ever met one of them that I didn't like.
They're good. They're a great snack. Are they not?
They are. Let's see.
I just want to say good morning, Steve, and good morning, D-Tomp there.
Let's see here. Chef Adam said, I was up till midnight going through. Oh, yeah. I bet you were, Adam. I mean, you told me you had DJ's in his element. Look, y'all do realize
Things
DJ's
got
done.
Better.
What's that?
Things just got better.
Yeah. So, okay. You better with academia. Yeah. We passed that.
Yeah,
that was the, as you like to call
Block
it.
out with that.
That was the first half.
Yeah.
The top half.
Yeah.
Now we're on the bottom half.
Sure.
Yeah. Moving right to left on your radio dial.
Yep.
Yeah. So, what do you like to? Does Diet Pepsi go well with those?
Oh yeah.
Is that the choice?
Oh yeah.
We'll
have one more, and that's gonna be it. Just a little 4-pack. Kick things off.
Tom said, I'll have to carry the rest of the show because DJ's done.
Mom, that's a little 4-pack. I'll be done with it. Thank you, guys. That's really. I didn't have any breakfast this morning.
Oh, so that hit the spot.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, listen.
Perfect.
When you mentioned powdered donuts, and then you mentioned this. Then you mentioned that you hadn't had anything but squeezed cheese and Ritz crackers for what is it now? 6 weeks?
It's been tough. 6 weeks.
Golly, that would be tough. Switching gears on you, how'd your PC trip go?
It was good. It was all business. It was but it was good. That was actually very good.
Crowded?
I wasn't on the beach. Just down in the area.
Yeah. I didn't know if I was just curious as to what kind of crowds were down that way. Again, I know we've talked about this, but every day you turn on something, a video clip of something, there are sharks everywhere.
Yeah, they
down on that coast.
Seem to be prevalent.
So I just didn't know. Has that affected beachgoers this year, or just affected them getting in the water?
When I was down at the beach on vacation a couple of weeks ago, I was at Destin, and the beach was slam full of folks. But there were very few in the water, but they were flying red flags that day.
They were.
So it could have been
The tow.
it could have been. Is that what one red flag means? Current, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. there was a current warning that day. But,
And the double means don't get in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
This was definitely just one. It was one red flag, but the beach was full of folks, but they just weren't in the water.
Timmy wants to know, is it better when it's free?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'd rather have free and a little stale than cashola and bakery fresh all day long. I don't mind a marble donut.
Listen, here's the thing. I'm like, what's going to sound crazy is I'm like you. I don't like them when they're fresh.
Yeah.
I like them to get a little firm. You know what I'm saying?
I don't mind them free and fresh.
No, I don't either. But I'm saying if I had my ruthers, I'd rather get them when they're day 2, 3 old.
Yeah.
Just because they're a little bit more firm.
Yeah. Tell you, the colonel used to hook me up with Pizza Pro once a week. I think they ate it. His family, I can't remember what night was pizza night at the Whitman house, but they would always order heavy. And the next day, he'd come in with some leftover pie. And whew,
You were ready.
oh, yeah.
You were ready. Speaking of pie, and Maury, how's Maury doing?
I hadn't talked to him this week.
I hadn't seen him.
I hadn't seen him either. I'll probably go by there today.
No,
today's his day. He's closed on Wednesdays.
So I'm just curious. Just hadn't seen him.
Yeah.
There. Hey, look at there. Lynn Bass. Good morning, Lynn.
Good morning, Lynn.
Good to see you. Been a while. Melanie French. Good morning, Melanie. Warmer waters this year is what she says about those sharks.
Okay.
I can believe it. Oh, man. So the other half of Rondon just checked in.
Great.
But now, hey, your man just checked in right behind him.
Who's that?
The Rock.
Is it? Good morning, Rock.
Yeah. So, yeah, it'd be interesting.
I wonder why I don't get that. Like, do you have a feature that allows you to see? Like, I didn't see either of them.
It just comes up and
Okay, I just don't get it. I guess I don't get some of them.
may need to look and see how you have your.
I know I have Ron blocked, but I would have thought that I would have had.
Well,
I would
that
have had,
explains it.
Yeah,
Then.
but I don't have the. I don't usually block the Rock until football season.
Yeah,
But no,
yeah.
I keep Ron on block.
Yeah, well, I don't blame you. I don't. Oh, and you don't block the Rock. You don't block the Rock till football season. Yeah. I'll tell you what, Rock.
I can tell you who's fixing to get blocked by me. Is little Tim Kelly.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he?
Just get a little frisky. Just get a little frisky.
I've been watching it.
He's
I've been waiting on this. I didn't want to say anything
a little frisky.
until I watched whatever. But I'll tell you what, man. He's a pretty good wordsmith.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, he's my next door neighbor.
I know.
He's gonna wake up one morning, there's gonna be a bunch of Morton salt out in his yard. He takes great pride in his yard.
You be kosher salted to death.
I'm gonna salt his yard.
Now, for those that don't know, tell people what salting somebody's yard does to it.
My hope is that it kills the grass.
It will kill every bit of grass.
And I think it kills it for decades.
Oh,
my hope is it will.
You're resodding.
Yeah.
Listen, the views and opinions expressed here by DJ or myself for this are not the views of Boss Man Productions, and we are not condoning you to go do that.
Yeah, no.
It's sad we have to say that.
No,
but there's some fool out there that would think about it.
If you do it, just do it right. If you make that choice, if you've gotten to that point in your life where you feel like you have no other options and you feel like that's the play,
make sure you get right. Morton's. Don't get the cheap stuff.
Yeah, do it right. Do it right.
Oh, Lord. Lynn says she knows a good side crew. Because she runs one. That's right, Lynn. You can help out. Let's see. Carol said, come on, DJ. We all knew you were buying generic and not Morton salt.
Who said that?
Miss Carol.
Hey, like a deal.
You got to watch out of state every which way you can, don't you?
I like a deal.
Yeah. Listen, why don't you just go take the salt and put your initials in his yard?
I won't get the cheap ketchup. I will not get I go Heinz ketchup, regardless of what the sticker price on it is.
There's no question.
And I'm not knocking the other people who make that stuff, but that is one thing that I will not.
I'm not knocking anybody. I'm just telling you the truth.
Yeah, I won't.
There's no other ketchup than Heinz.
I won't get knockoff ketchup. Almost everything else I get knockoff, but not ketchup.
There's no other ketchup than Heinz ketchup. Period. End of story. Everything else is water with red food color.
Yeah.
And it's terrible. Good morning, Megan. So I'll tell you what, man. We have went from CPPs to powdered donuts.
Took a couple of math tests.
Took some math tests, and somehow we've gotten, you brought up salt in a man's yard.
Yeah, talked about a little.
You talked about how all over the place this thing is. I'm going to tell you right now.
I've gone around the world 20 times.
Listen, we are themeless.
Best worst show ever. For a reason.
We are themeless. There's no rhyme or reason to any of this mess.
No.
I mean, look, y'all just start typing topics in this morning since it seems to be all over the place, and we'll try to opine on them.
I tell you, I'm not I don't play the video games, but that College Football 25 release has been a phenomenon. Everything I see, if you don't play it, me and you might be the only two that don't play it.
I don't play it.
Okay.
But I can tell you, I've seen enough of the stuff on YouTube to say what you just said. It seems to be a hit. Secondly, have you seen any of it?
I've seen some of the graphics. Yeah.
Is it not amazing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what, man. Some of that stuff, it's amazing to me to watch some of those games and how realistic they. I mean, dude, we grew up with Pong.
Yeah.
Asteroids.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean?
We were a long ways.
Yeah, we'd have never thought that.
Little Tim sent me a
Little Tim
sent me a thing in Messenger. He had played the game, or he took a picture of maybe somebody else, but Alabama and Michigan was the game, and Alabama beat Michigan 84-0, and he sent it to me. I sent me a picture of it and said, "Payback's hell." Yes, he got him.
I will tell you what, man. That it's still bugging him. Still bugs him.
Little Tim, you hang in there.
Oh man. Okay, so did you know that today is World Emoji Day?
I did not.
Yeah, we know what an emoji is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So pull up the calendar emoji and look at the date.
I'm going to.
It's actually July 17th. On the actual calendar emoji itself, it's July 17th.
I'm only sending this because it's a holiday.
Okay.
But I'm fixing to post my favorite emoji.
Please do.
I tell you what I want. Happy holiday. Ooh, you think that'd clear the room?
Oh, wait.
I'll say that one for football season.
Yeah, do that. Let's see. Apple picked that date for its calendar emoji because that was the day in 2002 when the company debuted iCal for Mac at the Mac World Expo. How about that? Let's see here. I want to talk crypto real quick.
You go ahead.
No.
Right.
I want you to hear this. Do you know how much one Bitcoin is selling for right now?
$1 million.
$65,140.60.
That's stupid.
I mean, and you're talking about people that started mining Bitcoin back
I'd like
in
to have
the
about 12 of them.
mid 2000s. I mean, think about it.
Mining.
That's what they call it.
I know, but they got their lamp on their head.
Yeah.
They're mining. Boy,
When I
you be
heard
careful.
that-
You be careful now.
When I heard that too, I was like, mining. I didn't
careful.
understand that, but I mean, could you imagine?
No, I
like
can't.
when Bitcoin first came out, there is a wallet out there that has 2 million Bitcoin in it that belongs to Satoshi Nakamoto, the guy that
You
invented
just
it.
made that name up.
No, that's legit.
Say it again.
Satoshi Nakamoto.
Say it again.
Satoshi Nakamoto.
One more time.
Satoshi Nakamoto.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the one that invented Bitcoin. Now, I'm not saying it was he. I'm saying that was the profile. I actually think it was a country behind it, but that's neither here nor there. But what I'm saying is you could trade Bitcoin at that time for about 5, 6, 7 years for 20 and 30 cents. So what if you had 2 million of them sitting in your Bitcoin wallet right now worth $65,000 a piece? Now, I know we didn't want to do no more math,
Yeah, I'm not, yeah.
but I'm going to do a little, okay?
That would change the taxes.
That would change the estate a little, what it would do. I mean, this calculator won't even tell me. It just comes up with an error message. I think it's hold up, 65,000 times 2 million equals isn't 9 zeros the B word?
Yep.
Okay. So that one wallet right now has $130 billion of Bitcoin in it. And it's been sitting there since Bitcoin was invented, and it's never been touched.
Since it was invented.
And there's only 21,000 Bitcoin available in the world. So really there's only 19,000 because those 2,000 have never been touched. Now, I'm only saying all that to say this. I know how you are about crypto and how most people, they don't understand. Me too. I'm saying to you, how do you put a value on something like
I
that?
don't know, but it's getting me upset. I'm going to have one more donut because it's if I wanted to go mine for this Bitcoin, where do you pull a permit? Would you go down to the probate office at the courthouse and get a permit to mine crypto? How do you do that?
I don't know. I honestly, I
think it's all silly.
I'm just not sure. Let's see here. Oh, I do want to ask you about this because it's politics, but not political per se. Because it goes back to the whole ethics thing that we were talking about, several months ago. A senator was found guilty yesterday of, like every count they had against him for being like taking money from Egypt and certain other countries and stuff, gold bars and all this kind of stuff. Like in the world that like the ethics world and all that kind of stuff. Isn't that treason or espionage? If you're taking money for secrets and giving them to other countries, because they're saying this man's like facing 200 years in prison. So, but my question is this, like that was a criminal prosecution. If something like that happened in like Alabama and you were talking about the ethics commission, would they be the ones to handle something like that? Or would that be a criminal thing?
Well, I don't know.
I'll be a legit question.
It could probably be both. I can tell you the accused in that case would rather be on the criminal side of it than on the ethics side of it. Because the ethics is going to bite you. They're going to deal with you.
Well, that's where I was going. I know you have made it very clear that this is a bunch that you don't want to fool with.
No.
So that's why I was curious. Is that a state by state thing?
I don't know.
And because they had this man in federal court.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was just curious.
This is a senator?
Yes.
What state?
Where is he from? Massachusetts, I think. No, New Jersey. I'm sorry. Listen, I ought to know better when you say New Jersey. That is home of the Sopranos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but he was convicted on 16 charges of making favorable deals on behalf of foreign officials in exchange for lavish gifts, including gold bars and a Mercedes-Benz for his wife. Now, listen, this man has been a senator forever. This was his second time being tried for this. And he got off on a hung jury the first time, and not 2 months after that trial, this started.
Yeah, they're gonna have to do something with him.
Yeah, and listen, again, I'm not talking to like what political aisle he's on. I was asking about because I was curious about the ethics thing. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, speaking of music, talk about music the other day. You see where all these record labels are suing Verizon for billions of dollars for ignoring piracy? No. Listen, I want to tell all you record companies and music companies something. DJ said it best a long time ago. When you press send and it's on the internet, it's there forever. There's no way you can keep people from getting music for free if that's what they want to do. There's no way. You can't stop it. So how are you going to go sue a company, a cell phone company, because they're not doing enough about piracy? What do you want them to do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can get anything you want for free if you know where to look for it on the internet, especially when it comes to music. So I think that's ridiculous. Just ridiculous. So, let's see here. What else was I going to ask you about? What does Lindsay want to get into when she graduates?
She, what's the forensic investigation type stuff?
CIS, criminal stuff? Yeah. I was reading this last night that a lot of your younger kids and of course people getting out of college or going to college, they're not picking the tech space stuff like they used to. Like it's kind of on a big, big decline.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, because they can't find enough people to do this work.
Right.
So that was kind of concerning.
Good morning, Peggy.
You know, I didn't really understand that. So, but now they're saying that a lot of it comes from the fact people are scared to death of AI and think AI is going to take the place of humans doing a lot of this work.
Hard to fathom that.
That's what I say. But I mean, I know I'm going to get hammered for this, but I think a lot of people that screaming that AI is the this and that and other, I think we're just getting gaslighted. I'm telling you. I mean, do I think AI is a thing? Yeah. Well, I think it's a tool, just like a phone is or a computer is or anything else is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't look at it like that. So,
I'll tell you, this is switching gears a little bit, but got home yesterday afternoon about 4. Went for a walk. Very nice outside yesterday afternoon, weather-wise. Certainly a huge break from what we've been having. And it was nice yesterday afternoon.
yes.
I mean, it was nice.
Tell you what, it was
4:30, 5 o'clock.
seemed to be a little breeze blowing.
And the humidity was down. It was nice.
Yeah.
Temperature it was very nice.
D. Tom says, speaking of good morning, Carol Crosby. D. Tom says, speaking of math, please tell me how a U.S. representative can get elected and their net worth is $200K, salary is $174,000 a year. After 4 years, their net worth is $20 million. Doesn't add up. I'm gonna tell you, I don't know how to play the Washington two-step.
Term limits.
Yeah, there you go. Term limits. That'll solve that for sure.
Term limits.
I would have had my kid be hey, listen, I'm telling you right now, you want to get out and make some good money? Go get you an electrician degree or a welding degree. Hey, you can't find a plumber around here.
Speaking of, I got our good friend and a drive time family member, Retro. He's at my house this morning.
Is it?
I tell you, it was funny. I had a small water leak in my utility room. It wasn't anything that had to be done this moment or tomorrow or the next day, but I had to get it addressed. And I called him yesterday, and he texted me. He said, I'm in the dentist. Can I call you back? Of course, I said, sure. That was 9 o'clock in the morning, maybe 10 o'clock in the morning. Well, about 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, I'd not heard from him, so I called him. Maybe it was about 2 o'clock when I called him. I called him, and if you've ever been deadened, then you know exactly. Well, that's where he went. And it tickled me so much. I'm coming down I-10, back from Panama City, and because I knew exactly what. And bless his heart, like I had a mouth full of marbles. I said, Retro. I said, don't you dare worry about it. I'll talk to you.
Catch you tomorrow.
I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
But it was funny. It tickled me.
A lot of people don't like to go to the dentist, and I know people are scared to death of the dentist. I mean, literally, physically. But anyway, no, I think that's funny. What else you got this morning, DJ?
I got a meeting at 8:30 downtown.
All right. Well, Mark the Shark. Let's roll up and roll on out of here. You good with that?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's been a good Wednesday morning. Appreciate everybody being in. Once again, want to thank Mark the Shark on the ones and the twos for having all the fun behind us. Appreciate that. Hope everybody has a good day. If you have some time to waste tomorrow, get back in here. Will we be here tomorrow?
Well,
I don't know yet. I don't know if I'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'll let y'all know a little bit later in the day if I'll be here tomorrow. I'll know after my 8:30 meeting, as a matter of fact.
All right.
But anyway, y'all have a great day. Be safe. Shop local. Drink plenty of water. And be nice. Y'all have a good one. And you're cleared.